Hey guys, it's Nick bringing you double the winning of a coked out Charlie Sheen and gameplay. So today I'm playing a 3v3 game. I tried to condense this as much as I could to try and keep this down to 2 videos since I'm not a partner, so they have a 15-minute limit, which is kind of silly. Playing Mantheon today with Kevin, who's playing a Mumu, and Dylan, who's playing Morgana. This is a ranked game. We were playing a bunch of ranked games to try and get our ranking up, herp-a-derp. But because season 1, maybe season 2, I don't really remember which one it is, was ending, and we wanted to see if we could get up to silver from where we were. And I think today's the last day, and at like 2 a.m. tonight, it'll be over. So maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't. I don't know if they're online. But look at this. Boom! It just shows that patience is really a virtue. And I was hoping I was going to be able to pick off that kill with a spear shot because, like I've said, Pantheon with First Blood is a very, very valuable asset. Here I wasted a little time because I knew they were going to try and gank me because they needed to fix that First Blood we got on them. So I eventually just decided, you know what, screw it, I need to just go B. So I go B, and then I decided to take top lane. Pantheon top lane, especially against Gangplank, is really, really good in threes. You'll see in this video quite a few times Gangplank harasses me with Parlay, hits my shield, I block it, and then I can turn around and hit him with my combo, and I end up putting out a lot more damage than he does. They were a little worried because I wasted so much time in the jungle at the very beginning that I actually went to lane with Gangplank at level 4 and I was at level 1. But no fear from Mantheon here. I end up winning this lane anyway. Yeah, this game was actually, it went really well for me, and everyone on my team really did really well. The team comp we had decided to use was basically we want a tanky AP character, so like Cho'Gath, Amumu is usually what we want. Then we wanted a really heavy AP character like Morgana, who can put out a lot of AP damage. And then because the majority of our team is AP, I pick a melee assassin because they'll be less likely to build armor, even if I'm doing well, because they'll just feel like it's a waste of money. And so right here, I'm in the danger zone trying to get away, and look at that health. That is 7 health, and right there, that just brings me to a very, very valuable tip: spam health pots. And what I mean by that is, before level 10, always go to your lane with at least 1 health pot, because if you get in that fight and you activate that health pot, that's 200 health over 20 seconds. That's 10 health every second. Bring your health regen up to 50 health per 5 seconds, when your normal health regen is like 10, or mine is 9. So that's a big tip right there. So we pick off Gangplank here because Amumu comes in to help, and Amumu gets the kill. And I'm a little worried because this game, I'm feeling like this game isn't going to go very well for me personally. Like, we're doing good as a team, but I'm not getting fed. I only have 2 assists so far, but that's fine. So as you can see here, I start with boots, and I get 3 health pots. And even when we go for First Blood, I still grab boots just because I feel like items are less important in getting First Blood as it is all about focusing one person, because if you can get your teammates to focus one person, the other team will freak out usually, and a couple scenarios will happen. One, you'll pick off one person, so it'll be 3v2, and they'll back off, and you just got a 1-for-0 kill, or they'll be so frustrated that they want to get a 1-for-1, that they'll continue the fight, and generally they'll get one of your guys, and you'll either pick up another one, or you'll pick up both of them and get the ace right off the bat. So generally, you really need to have good communication with your teammates if you're going to get First Blood. And right here, I jump down, do the man jump down in bottom lane to kind of protect it because I had a top lane push, but they were hitting the tower. I still haven't gotten the timing on man jump quite right yet, but I'm sure with some more practice I'll do well. So as you can see here, I'm trying to rush my brutalizer pretty quickly. And someone in the comments actually asked, it was about Gangplank. They asked if what was better, or no, they didn't ask what was better. They asked if a Last Whisper was good on Gangplank. And I'm not really good with the math mechanics very much on League of Legends. I understand the basic concepts for the math. But one thing I have learned is that if you're running a lot of flat armor penetration, so say your rune page, like your marks and your quints are armor penetration, you grab something like a brutalizer, which is armor penetration, then the Last Whisper probably won't be as good for you. I would say just go for a BF item if you've got that rune page, and you go for the brutalizer. However, if for some reason you don't have a full armor pen mark and quint page, then you actually want to rush the last whisper. But basically, for maximum efficiency, you don't want to use both of them. And reasons I prefer the flat armor penetration over the percentage is because I'm a big fan of uh, do well early game, and then you can make up for your lacking late game. Like if your character lacks late game, do really well early game, push as hard as you can, and then it won't really matter about late game because you've picked up so many kills and you've set yourself at a level and item advantage. So while Last Whisper is really good late game, it's not really worth setting aside the gold for it. I'd rather rush my other items, because by the time Last Whisper would become viable and they've built that armor, you should be building survivability items also. So that's my take on that. So first off, or not first off, I've said a couple other things. Herp or derp. Actually, I'm sorry that I was a little late for this video. I was hoping to actually get this video up, I think Sunday, but things didn't really work out because I had a really busy weekend, and then I was spending some time with my girlfriend. I went to like 2 different parties, and it's really inconvenient for me to render and upload and all that. And I hadn't actually had the commentary done, or else I would have just left it to render while I went to the parties. But I didn't, because I recorded a whole commentary for this video. And I swear, I just have the worst luck when it comes to recording commentaries, because I looked and it was giving stereo mix instead of what I was saying. So it was just like, listen to some instrumental iTunes music for a while. It's like, no, because in case you guys, I don't know if you would care, but sometimes when I do commentaries, I throw on some instrumental music while I'm doing the commentary to kind of I guess relax the brain. I don't know, because sometimes when I'm doing commentaries, if I don't have the music going, I'll get really frustrated when I say something. Like I'll goof on something, and instead of just being like, okay, whatever, take a second, pause, restart, I'll just be like, screw this whole commentary. I'm throwing it out in the trash and taking a dump on it. Which I don't really know how you can do with data, but I mean that's what I do. Okay. So I haven't really been talking about the gameplay too much, but as you can see, I've picked off a few kills, and my build's really starting to unfold. And I found out that I actually don't get my boots very early, and like especially in threes, because I'm trying to like keep up with damage, and I find getting your boots once you've got a significant advantage is really nice. However, if they're kiting you all day, like the reason you get boots is so that you can kite them and kind of get in the zone for your combo. So right here I'm trying to save Morgana, so I actually jumped in and they exhausted me, and I'm pretty sure this fight would have went a little bit different if I didn't get exhausted. But I mean, I picked off the 1-for-1, and I figured that was okay. So I pick up the Avarice Blade, and then I finally turn my boots into Boots of Swiftness, and because I realized that I need some more ability to travel around the map. But as you can see, I got my tier 1 boots first, then I rushed my brutalizer, and then I actually got the chalice of, I think, harmony. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. It's the chalice that gives you mad mana regen. So right there, I'm just trying to save Amumu here. So I exhausted him, I stunned him, and then I realized, wow, I'm actually doing quite a lot of damage. But then Rumble comes in and cock blocks me hardcore. But nope, I'm still gonna go for the kills, and oh, what a failure. I really choked there, but that's okay. The rest of the game goes pretty well. And this is probably why I didn't fast forward this clip right here. But look at this. Amumu's just humping the ground, and Morgana comes in here and tries to pick off Rumble, and we thought she was going to get him, but she missed her skill shot, and she ended up dying. So at this point, we're like, oh, okay, let's stop goofing around. So I grab my Ghost Blade, and it's business time. So some people were asking, like, sometimes people present their builds to me, like friends of mine, and they'll be like, dude, like, I don't understand why I don't do very good when I build, like, 4 Bloodthirsters, Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, or like I should be hitting for so hard. And it's like, yeah, you'll hit for so hard, but there's a term for those kind of characters, and they're called glass cannons. And if you're playing against a team with any sort of brains whatsoever, they will hard CC the crap out of you, and you'll die. And guess what? All that damage you did now does jack shit. So, but then there's people who, like, I've seen this with late game Garens. It happens a lot. They tank up, like super tank up. Then they rush into battle trying to initiate, and no characters focus him because he's just not putting out enough damage. So with a lot of characters, I found a good combo to kind of alleviate that problem is you go Warmog's Atmos Impaler because the Warmog's gives you a lot of survivability, and the Atmos keeps your damage high enough that they can't ignore you. And right here we just melt this Rumble because the one big thing in threes that we found is don't roam alone. Like, especially if you don't have the forest warded, you will get ganked all day long. Like, it doesn't matter how good like of escape your character has. Like, you could be a Tryndamere with a flash and spinning slash, and you could flash over a wall, spin over the next one. You could still get picked off just because you get stunned and then you just get melted. So now right here, this is where my tip kind of came in handy. And don't roam alone. We thought this Lee Sin was roaming alone because that's how they kind of been playing. So I was like, all right, Kevin, let's rape the face off this Lee Sin. And then Gangplank was just like, not right now, you don't. I'm a pirate. And he just Jack Sparrowed our buttholes. But that's okay because I've racked up quite a lot of gold here. And so I decided to go for my BF sword, best friend sword. And because in my mind I was thinking, well, if we just play this a little better, like we have a Mumu initiate and pop the ultimate, that I don't really need a lot of survivability right now because I want to put out maximum amount of damage, and I can put off survivability until later. This ends up not really working too well for me, but I mean that's fine. So it's a Tuesday when I'm recording this, and as you guys know, I posted the first Flawless Friday in my series, and I do intend to keep that frequent. Like, I'll do every Friday. I haven't been able to play a lot of League of Legends yet, so I actually haven't gotten another Flawless gameplay because I hadn't really been going for them. So I'm hoping that I will get a character other than Gangplank up because I actually have a kind of Gangplank build guide that I want to put in as well as my Flawless Friday Gangplank video. Yeah, so I want to wait another week for that, but I do fully intend on every Friday uploading a Flawless Friday video for you guys. There are some other kind of ideas that I've been running through my head that I want to do for you guys, kind of keep a schedule going, because I feel like if you've got a schedule, then you guys know when to kind of tune into my videos and what to look forward to. So right here, Kevin and Dylan got kind of pissed off at me because, but I was seeing that I was getting focused, and I wanted to take the focus off me because, as you can see, I don't have a lot of survivability items. So I actually man jumped right on top of myself, and with the rework, man jump is a lot quicker than it used to be. So I jumped up in the air, smacked them down, and since they were all focusing on Amumu at that point, I dealt pretty much the maximum damage, and was able to pull off the ace, which the ace isn't as strong in threes when you've only got one person, but it still allows you to put some serious hurt down. So the Yumu's Ghostblade is an incredibly good item on Pantheon, because one thing that Pantheon does lack, I might have mentioned this before, I'm having a little trouble remembering what I mentioned in my gameplay before and what I mentioned in the commentary when I first did this. But anyway, Yumu's Ghostblade gives Pantheon that fighter aspect that he really doesn't have, because right now he's, like, even with the rework, he's still an assassin. Like, he's a bit of a AD caster assassin, but he's still an assassin. Right here I make a big mistake, and that Lee Sin chased me, and I really should have known that I shouldn't have fought him because his teammates